Batman Begins once used to be my favourite superhero films of all time as a kid. It was quite literally the only film I somewhat understood, and I was dumb, really dumb. At the time, Spider-Man was my favourite superhero, but Batman was just a contender, but for some reason this film just stood on top of Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2. I'm not saying the two Spider-Man films are bad, well, they're the best Spider-Man movies ever created so far, but I was really intrigued in the world Nolan created. In a strange way, Gotham is a character, and other superhero films seem to really fail at trying to make the people worth saving. Obviously, I didn't think this as a kid, but I just had an understanding of how the world worked, but I just thought it looked cool and it was a fun watch. So what do I think of it today? I still love it, not as much as Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises, but it holds up very well, but I have a few new issues with the film. I'll discuss about them first. The action in this film is a little flimsy and shaky, although I'll give Nolan the benefit without the doubt because this was his first proper action film. They don't bother me too much, but there are better examples of action. Katie Holmes is fine. Not going to go on about that. Everything has been said already, but again, it doesn't bother me too much. Let's see. I think that's it. Even the train sequence doesn't really bother me too much. Oh yeah, that continuity error made me laugh a few times. I just imagined that it's his twin brother, but oh well. Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne and Batman is the best on-screen Batman and Bruce Wayne so far. At the beginning we see him struggle to find out who he is, and by the end of his training he says, I want to save my city, so what happened to me never happens again. I found the character of Bruce Wayne when he was partying out and just acting like an arsehole really funny. And it wasn't false comedy, and that kind of levity is kind of the best, because when you're trying to be funny and make the audience laugh, there's more of a chance of it failing because the jokes get old, or it's already been used before, or it's just not that funny. But here it's not trying to make you burst out laughing, it's trying to make you smile, it's trying to make it a bit more memorable and trying to make a character. Even in the other two films there's moments of levity and it brings a smile to my face instead of, oh, I've heard that joke before 3 years before.
The real question is, what are those?
And they say that this film is better than Joker. Everyone else in the film is fantastic. Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman. I think Morgan Freeman's character is so underrated. He's your tech guy, but he actually has a character and he brings the most levity to the film. And I wish he got more praise for this role because it's a really good role. With Liam Neeson, I wish there was more, but every scene he's in, he's a great villain. He has an opposite moral to Batman, of course, but he isn't some moustache twirling villain. He has a moustache, but he has a belief the polar opposite to Bruce, and that creates this okay villain. We do get a little bit of a backstory to why maybe Ray Shogul does the things that he does, but we don't find out to the third film, kind of. I say okay villain because he wasn't fleshed out completely, but he was still a pretty memorable villain because he had good lines and, as I said, a moral.
No. The vigilante is just a man lost in a scramble for his own gratification. He can be destroyed or locked up. But if you make yourself more than just a man, if you devote yourself to an ideal, and if they can't stop you, then you become something else entirely.
This score is the best superhero soundtrack created. Even the old Batman score is great, but I praise Newton Howard and Zimmer. And again, as each film comes out, the score improves in quality. It doesn't really diminish. I am really thankful to Nolan for making this film because without it, I'd probably not pursue a career in film. This film establishes not everything has to be bright, funny, or have an explosive action scene every 15 seconds. You can make a character-driven superhero film with some action scenes, which this film is. I give Batman Begins a 9 out of 10. Tomorrow I'll probably be releasing my Dark Knight review, then Dark Knight Rises, then Joker. Thank you for watching.